I'm Jen.
And I'm Mal.
Welcome to Chokeholds and Chill.
What's up, guys? It's Mallory. I am coming at you today with an episode that was literally recorded 2 months ago almost. Life has gotten a little bit crazy and things fell behind, but I'm excited to share it with you now. We have Laura Kent. She is a 10th Planet black belt, 2-time no-gi world medalist, a badass instructor, a champion for women's jiu-jitsu, and I was super lucky that I got to actually sit down in person and talk to her at the gym after taking one of her women's classes. So that was really cool. If you are a regular listener of the pod, you might remember we did an episode with Bree Marks from Fight Med Collective. So after that episode, Bree and I connected some more, and I coordinated my trip home to fly into an airport near there so that I could drop into a training session. So I ended up flying in on a red eye on a Thursday night. I came in on Friday evening to one of the classes, and then I got to go to the women's training on Saturday morning. So we actually got to sit down right after class. So obviously you're going to hear some of the background noise. But anyways, so Laura has some awesome stuff coming up. We talk about it at the end of the episode. But since this was recorded a couple months ago, one of the things that she shouts out already happened. But she's got some really cool stuff coming up. So she's teaching at Bodied Camp in Hyattsville, Maryland on June 27th. There's a women's open mat at 10th Planet in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania on July 25th. She is one of the no-gi instructors at the Warriors in the Garden Camp in Philly, August 15th and 16th. And the 7th East Coast Women's Camp that she organizes is October 24th and 25th this year. I am so sad that I will not be able to make it. And we do talk about that in the episode as well. So anyways, without any further ado, here is Laura Kent. Okay, so I did a little bit of creeping on you a little bit. But I always like to start with just where are you from? Tell me your background a little bit. How'd you get into the sport? And I should probably say welcome to Chokehold and Chill. My friend Jen would love to be here, but you're stuck with just me. So okay. Hope that's okay.
Of course.
Awesome. Okay, so are you originally from Allentown?
No.
Okay, where are you from?
It's so funny because my journey is jiu-jitsu related.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from central Pennsylvania.
Okay.
My first jiu-jitsu gym was in the Harrisburg area.
Okay.
It was a super traditional gi school.
Mm-hmm.
And that's actually where I got my blue belt when I first started. And then I started driving 2 hours each way out here to Bethlehem.
Oh my gosh.
Because I'm a crazy person. Well, basically I got my blue belt and I was like, okay, I'm intermediate level at Naga now. They can heel hook me and I don't even know what that is. And that's a problem.
Yeah.
So I started cross training at 10th Planet Bethlehem, and obviously it was a hike. I was driving 4 hours round trip to
That's dedication.
There. Obviously it was not that many times per week either, because I can only do so much. I work, a regular job. I'm a paralegal, so so that was kind of the beginning of the journey.
How old were you when you started training?
26.
Okay.
When I started training, I got my blue belt. I was about to be 28.
Okay.
So
Oh my gosh. I feel like everybody who starts in their 20s, 30s are I wish I started earlier.
Yes. I mean, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I feel I'm a big proponent of age is just a number.
Right. It's never too late. Yeah.
Because I'm at the point where I'm going to be 38 this year. I've been training for 11 years now, and according to whatever masters divisions exist, I'm supposed to be masters 2, you know what I mean? Right. Basically they tell you that as soon as you turn 30 you're old.
Your body's falling apart. Yeah.
But I don't feel that old, and I feel I can keep competing at least until I'm 45 easily.
Yeah.
I would hope until I'm into my 50s.
Hell yeah.
And I feel I still have a lot of potential. I just got the black belt. So
how long have you been a black belt now?
just December.
Oh,
so
congratulations.
yeah,
that's so
so
exciting.
not long.
Do you feel what are your feelings on imposter syndrome?
Oh geez, I honestly like went to therapy leading up to getting my
Really?
black belt, like knowing that it was like waiting in the wings. Really, ever since I got my brown belt, I was kind of like having a panic about the fact that black was next. Oh yeah, because well, also I am a competitor. I compete a lot, and unfortunately, I weigh a lot of my too much probably of my value often by like competition results, how I'm doing, my accolades, whatever, which I think is pretty common. I'm working on it. Yeah. But like, I really struggled with the idea of feeling like I deserve or earned my black belt. I will say by the time I got to receiving my black belt, I did work my way through that where I was like, okay, like I've put in the work. You know, I've been training for almost 11 years. Like I compete all the time. I compete into every belt level. And like, and there's other things too. Like I even asked my husband, like, what is a black belt to you? And like what he had to say was more than just like obviously competition results. It's also like being a leader within the community and like doing different things like that. That I feel like things that other people give me credit for, but I don't really give myself credit for.
Or our own harshest critics.
Oh yeah. So I feel like now that I do have it, though, I've kind of like settled in. Not that I feel like I'm like a good black belt. There's all levels of black belt. I'm very much a fresh baby black belt.
You feel like you belong here, though.
I will say that, especially doing my first IBJJF at black belt. Like I did an open weight class, which was the first time I did IBJJF open weight because there was no one in my weight class. Wow. And actually, the girl that I went against was someone that we were lined up for a super fight in the past, but then it never happened because she got pregnant. And she actually had like 4 babies in the past 4 years. Yeah.
Holy shit.
I know, props to her. And
bless her.
She literally was back after like 2.5 months doing that IBJJF. I know. Wild.
How did her pelvic floor?
I don't ask these questions.
I have questions for her.
I'm childless, so we don't have these things to think about.
Right? I've seen moms coming back on the mats, and they're like, "I'm gonna pee everywhere," and I'm like, "I don't know how your pelvic floor."
Well, she's doing great. She like, you know, she was in the weight class below me, so that's why we didn't go against each other like in the same division. But yeah, met her in open weight. Somehow managed to pull out a knee bar, so that was awesome.
Amazing.
And yeah, I think that was when I was like, okay, like I belong. I'm a black belt. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I'm not my first IBJJF at black belt. I just got a sub. I thought I was gonna just lose.
Right. I feel like too, it's like, especially in this sport, because it's so male dominated, and like I feel like we're just like as women in general, we're like apologize for taking up space. Like anywhere that we are, I feel like if I'm in the way, I'm like, oh my god, I'm sorry, and I'm like. I've done therapy to stop apologizing for existing, essentially. But do you feel like that like adds to like the sense of belonging as far as like being a woman in the sport that's like very male dominated? Or do you feel like you like hold yourself to almost like a higher standard? Like I have to prove myself more because I'm a woman?
I don't know if I feel like I need to prove myself more. I feel like I do get a lot of respect from my male teammates. I'm going to be honest, as far as like our competitors go, I'm one of the more frequent competitors, like male or female, between like the Bethlehem and Allentown gyms. So I think that kind of speaks for itself. Where like if people want to run their mouth, like I'm going out there and doing the things,
you can
probably
back it
more
up.
than you are. So, and usually at a higher level, especially now that I'm at black belt, like I'm literally doing all of the hardest competitions I could do. Like I just did ADCC trials. So.
Yeah. How did that go?
I mean, I did not win. However, I lost like a really close decision basically on day 1. So, and the refs were even like, oh, it was so close. Like I ended overtime with a full blown rear naked choke, but not my second hook. So it was a rough one, but I'm not going to like whine about a decision either. Like I feel like a lot of people have been doing since trials. So I try and keep it classy. I have a lot of respect for my competitor there too. She was another one that like kind of came up in the ranks with me. Like she was at Nogi Pans at purple belt when I was like, we were on the same podium but never went against each other, stuff like that. So I feel like the universe has been like giving me the matches that have been waiting in the wings for me, kind of. Which I mean, props to her. Like I knew she would be a tough one. She competes a lot. I've seen her at trials a bunch. Like I said, we've been in the same brackets. So
I love that. I feel like jiu-jitsu is such a small community that like you always come back and you see the same people and everything. So it's really fun. I didn't even mention this in the intro that I'm here in person in Allentown, and because I talked to Bree like a month ago, and I was like, I'm gonna come drop in, and like here I am, and I'm really
like. I didn't realize that you weren't just in town for something else.
Well, I am so. I was planning on coming back east, and I hadn't bought my flights yet. And then it was when everything was like the shutdown was happening, and they were talking about some smaller airports being closed. And so all of the airports that I typically fly into were like on the list of might be messed up. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to fly into a bigger airport so I don't have to stress about it. So I flew into Newark, and I was like, I'm going to just drive there and I'll go home the next day. So It wasn't like, it was literally like last minute, just in the last couple of weeks planned, and it worked out really well. So
awesome.
But that's what I love about this little community is that it's so little. It's big, but it's so little. Like, you know, I'm here from Oregon training with you guys on the East Coast. And I loved your class this morning, by the way.
Quick MilUsos appreciation break. If you train, sweat, and actually care about what you're putting on your face and what your face looks like after, MilUsos. That's it. That's the ad.
I do want to rewind a little bit because I love hearing about people's first class. Like the first time you walked into a gym, first of all, like what brought you there and what was your first impression of the sport? Because I was immediately hooked, but then some people are like, I was very like not sure. So what was your experience?
Oh geez. Well, by the time I started jiu-jitsu, I guess I started it because A, I have a lot of rage issues, and B, at that time, I kind of like, in my early 20s, found UFC. I guess I didn't know it existed before then, which is funny because it existed for a while. I just like never came across it.
Right.
But then I was like, oh, there's this thing, and it's MMA. And that was also kind of around the time that like Ronda was coming on the scene and that kind of thing. So I had it in my head I wanted to like fight MMA.
Yeah.
So when I first went in, I guess I was kind of just like already mentally committed to the idea of like this is what I want to do. It's not like I was just like, oh, let's try this out and like see how it is. You know, I was already just like, we're gonna fight people.
Yes. So did you go to like a striking or like MMA class, or did you start at jiu-jitsu?
Well, that's the thing. My first honestly, I never talk about this because I did have like a first gym.
We're getting exclusive content. I love it.
Yeah. When I first went in, I had like a boyfriend at the time, and basically this only lasted for like a month. But my first attempt at an MMA gym, it was like an MMA gym. They had both striking and jiu-jitsu. I only went to some jiu-jitsu classes in that first month. It was kind of a smaller gym, and I feel like, not that I had a bad experience, but like they didn't really explain certain things. Like they were just like backwards roll and like didn't tell you to like turn your head or anything.
Just roll over your neck. It's fine.
Just like, you know, stuff like that. Since it was one of those smaller gyms, like everyone was super intense. And then also my boyfriend at the time like up and left me with all of the bills. So I was like, I need to pay rent. I kind of need to quit. And I was like so distraught at this time, like crying to this coach. And it had been like a month. So he was just like, okay. Like whatever.
Like whatever.
Needless to say, when I finally got the money to start up again, I did not start back up at that specific gym. That's when I ended up at like this traditional
And that was
gym.
when you were in Harrisburg area. Okay.
Yeah.
So at what point, how long after you kind of like took a break from that like first month did you get back?
Maybe it was probably like 6 months or something. I honestly don't even remember, but however long it took me to like get a second job and like make sure I was financially stable to pay rent.
Yeah.
But yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah. Did you have like a moment where you were like, okay, this isn't just a hobby anymore, this is a part of my identity?
Oh geez. I don't know. I don't think I did, but I was definitely one of those people that was like super obsessed from the beginning. Like even when I first started, I was like this UFC fangirl, like watching every event, and like I even went to like a meet and greet one time for Felice Herrig. Yeah, I was like a fan of her. just stuff like
So
that.
like you're like a UFC nerd.
Oh yeah, I was
okay.
like committed to the combat sports.
That is so great because I'm still like I was just talking to Bree about this. She's like Laura knows everything about all the fighters and stuff, and I'm like I don't know shit. Like before I got into training and stuff, I never watched UFC and like MMA anything. It just wasn't a part of my life or like anybody that I was around. But I always wanted to try jiu-jitsu, and then I got the opportunity and I was like, oh, like this is my identity now. My husband's like, who are you? Did you meet your husband through jiu-jitsu?
I did, yeah.
That's great.
We were actually teammates for like 2 years before we started dating. He was like still with his high school sweetheart.
Wow, okay.
In the beginning, yeah. So yeah, we kind of knew each other for a while before we decided to cross that boundary. But obviously now we're married, so it did work out.
Yeah. How long have you guys been married now?
In September, it will be 3 years married and 8 years together.
Nice. So. Oh, well, congrats. And he's at what level? Is he a black belt as well?
He is a black belt. Not only is he a black belt, but he won East Coast trials. So he's going to ADCC Worlds now for the second time. He originally did Worlds in 2019.
Wow.
Kind of had a couple of series of injuries in like 2022, 2023. So yeah.
That is so you guys are like a jiu-jitsu power couple. I love that. At what point in your jiu-jitsu journey did you start coaching?
Coaching? I guess I like taught a few classes even at Blue Belt. I guess it was more, I'm trying to think, was I a brown belt whenever I started the women's class? Because the women's class was my first like consistent teaching gig, I guess I would say. I think I was a brown belt. We've had the women's class going for like going on 4 years. So
that's
either purple or brown, I guess I would say.
And the women's
purple.
The women's program is like your baby.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Well, not only just like teaching class, but I also feel like we have multiple schools under the Finishers umbrella. We have Bethlehem, Allentown, we have Finishers Reading, we have Finishers North, we have Lansdale now. So like apart from the women that I just see in class, we also have like a women's group chat, and we have like a girls page where we post about the women all the time. And like I just kind of try to make sure that all of the women feel like we have an extended community among the different gyms that are all under our umbrella. And like on top of that, I guess I kind of became known years ago for like hosting women's open mats at the Bethlehem gym, and then that transitioned to me running the East Coast Women's No-Gi Camp.
Yeah.
So I've met a lot of different women, both from competing and also just like different women's events and going to different women's camps too, stuff like that.
And how long have you been doing the No-Gi, the East Coast Women's Camp now?
The first camp was in 2021.
Okay.
So.
And you've done it every year?
I've done it every year, and actually there was 1 year that I did like a spring and a fall, but that only was a 1 year thing.
That was probably a lot.
Yeah.
So where does that take place?
That's at the Bethlehem location.
Okay.
So 10th Planet Bethlehem.
And is it just like a weekend?
Yeah, it's Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you teach both days?
I don't teach any days.
Oh, you just like organize it? And
I get people better than me to teach. Especially when I first started it in 2021, I was a purple belt, and like I didn't feel like I had a lot of good accolades and stuff. So I got my better friends that I thought were like, good competitors to teach. Yeah. And I've also like flown people in different years.
That is cool.
Like I've had Paige to teach 3 different times, Paige Yvette that just won West Coast trials.
Yeah.
So, Brianna St. Marie has taught, Mo Black has taught, and I've had a lot of local ladies too, like Amanda Levy's local. She's taught multiple times.
Yeah.
So yeah, just the best competitors I feel like I could find. That also I look for people that I feel like are generally underrated, that might not be, so I'm not getting like the Kendalls and everything.
Right.
Like clearly she's off making her own money.
Right.
So it's more like the people that aren't as noticed yet, I guess.
Yeah, but I love that because I feel like I learn stuff from like the white and blue belts in the gym all the time, even if it's just because they fucked something up. I'm like, oh, thank you for that because I learned something from that. But I just I think that it's so cool because my the women's community where I'm from, it's like a small area. We're on the coast. It's hard to get women in and keep them in, especially when there's not a lot of other women in the program. When you started, what was the women's like community like? Was it still pretty small? Or did you have a good amount of female training partners?
No.
Yeah.
And honestly, a lot of them have not stuck around long term. Like we had Grace Gundrum. She was a really good competitor. She was actually the first black belt under my coach, the first female black belt under my coach, Zach. But yeah, she was kind of like the only other woman for a while. And then eventually we picked up Brittany Elkin, too. She's a black belt from a different gym and just kind of like moved out to us.
Yeah.
She's also like a bigger woman, so she became one of my best training partners. And now we've got like a bunch of lower belt ladies that are, you know, sticking around, kind of making progress, that type of thing. But in the beginning, there was not a lot of that.
Yeah. Do you feel like, because since I started coaching, obviously I'm like nowhere near your level, and I compete when I can, but it's just like there's not a lot of people to compete against. But I feel like when I started coaching, it almost became like I love coaching so much, and like I get more excited to see like my students and stuff compete and do well and everything than I do about like myself.
Yeah.
How do you feel like being a competitor versus being a coach? Obviously, they're very different things, but like, which one do you feel like is more gratifying for you?
Oh, geez.
It's a hard question. I
know.
feel like.
I'm like, do I have to pick? I don't know. I think they're gratifying in different ways. Obviously, I really like helping women get to where they're doing their first competition and like prepping for that. And this weekend, actually, we're doing a Naga, and like 3 of my lower belt women are competing, one of which is competing for the first time. Like Bree is coming back from months off from an injury. So yeah, I'm really excited for them.
Yeah.
And the feeling of like giving someone advice as a coach and having them actually use that and execute it and it works for them, and then their excitement after, like I really do love that feeling.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, someone actually listened to me and I was
right. And like seeing that like click in your brain, it's just like it's so gratifying. It's such a good feeling when you're like, they got it.
Yeah.
And like, because my goal when new women come in, I'm like, I want to get you in this cult. Like, I want to make you love it as much as I love it. And like, so I feel like it's such a green flag when you walk into a gym and they have females in leadership, because that's obviously not the case for all the gyms. And a lot of gyms that I've dropped into, it's like a male running the women's programs, and which is hard. Like,
I hate
because
that.
It's like, well,
then it's not really a women's program.
It's not really a women's program. Yeah. Like, that's what, like, I hope to, when I move back home or back on the East Coast somewhere, like, I hope to find a good gym that I can be like, I want to try and build up a women's program, because that just, I think, is so special. So I love that you have this women's program that's like your baby. What do you feel like makes for, like, what is your goal for when women come in? What is your goal for, like, when they walk out? How do you want them to feel? What do you want them to get from your classes over anything else?
Oh, jeez, that's such a deep question.
It is, yeah.
I guess really the biggest thing that I work on so much with ladies is just not feeling discouraged, because women get discouraged like so quickly.
Yeah.
I feel like, especially compared to men. Like, men can screw up a move a billion times and still be like fine with themselves.
Right.
And women feel like it's like a personal failure. Like, they just absolutely, like, I just think women are so quick to like
hard
hate
on
themselves.
ourselves. Yeah.
So a lot of what I do is really just kind of like reassuring people that this is normal. It takes a lot of time. I usually tell people, like, it takes me at least like 3 classes of seeing the same thing in order to be able to like feel like I know it, to do it on my own and even try and implement it in a role, you know? So don't expect to come for your first class and be like, oh yeah, I'm doing this at home now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So just little things like that. Just not being discouraged.
Just like, yeah, and like,
I don't know how I want them to feel. I just know how I don't want them to feel.
That's totally fair. That's a whole thing. Like, it's like seeing people's confidence build and stuff. And like, how do you balance like being like a welcoming coach versus like, I'm gonna fucking build a killer here? Like,
it depends on the person. not everyone's going to be not everyone's here for that. So I kind of just like take a read on people a little more, you know, like I have, you know, like Bree is a great example. She's looked for extra training, like basically every step of the way. And like, even if I'm kind of beating her up a little bit, she embraces that because she knows like it makes her better. You know, I've got another one of the girls that's competing tomorrow, has been taking private lessons with me and stuff. So like, those are the people that I feel like I can kind of be a little more frank with maybe about the things they need to work on. You know, if someone's not competing, I'm not gonna pick them apart. You know, so I think there's just a balance based on what the person's goals are and how much you form the relationship with them. Like, even if it is someone that wants to be a competitor, if it's like the beginning of me getting to know them, I'm not going to be super mean about anything. So
what do you feel like, so I know that we talk about all the time with like hobbyists versus competitors and stuff. I feel like as somebody who's come from kind of outside of the community and I'm from like a small standalone gym, I feel like there's like a kind of a stereotype for 10th Planet of like being like more hardcore competitive. What do you feel like is the biggest misconception about 10th Planet?
I think especially about ours specifically, we've kind of got this reputation that because we are mainly a competitor school, that like anyone that comes to visit, we're just going to use you as like a punching bag and kick your ass, which actually we're really friendly. And like, I feel like because of the fact that so many of us are competitors, I don't feel the need to prove myself against like some random visitor. Most of the time, like, who are you? Is that gonna like prove that I'm good or something? You know, we're a lot more welcoming than I feel like people make us sound. Just because we have like goals in competition doesn't mean we're not like here for similar reasons. Still, the community and everything like that, you know.
I know, like, this is my first 10th Planet I've ever dropped into, and before I talked to Bree, like, that was like kind of the stereotype in my head. I'm like, they're hardcore, like competitive, probably like maybe a little bit more like rigid, I don't know. But I came in last night and I was like, everybody's so cool and laid back. And I mean, if I didn't know Bree, I probably wouldn't have dropped in. But I was really happy to see like how laid back and chill everybody was, and it was just like a very it was just a cool class. So I didn't know what to expect, but just like I feel like the stereotype for 10th Planet is like more competitive, hardcore. So
I think what it comes down to is 10th Planet is still like the redheaded stepchildren of jiu-jitsu. We're like a bunch of the freaks and weirdos and nerds, you know. And I feel like that
and you're redheaded, so it fits well. I'm like kind of jumping all over here, but you are tall. I don't know if you knew that or not.
I did.
You're a very tall human. When I posted a picture of me and Jen, my co-host, and she's like 5'2", so when I'm next to her, I look very, very tall. Bree messaged me and she was like, oh my gosh, how tall are you? Because Laura's really tall. And I'm like, I just look tall next to Jen. Like, it's very deceiving because she was like, oh my gosh, she's going to be excited that you're like the same size as her. I'm like, nope, I am not that tall. Do you think that that's an advantage or a disadvantage for you in competition?
Both. I think it's a disadvantage because I can't make myself small as far as like the weight classes and opportunities. Lord, would I love to be able to make 145 because that's where I feel like all the opportunities stop happening after that. However, I feel like my length has helped me in certain ways. That's actually part of why I ended up at 10th Planet too, because I always liked like there's a lot of like lanky, flexible, weird people that do the 10th Planet style, and I felt like that was kind of my thing, you know? Like, I definitely utilize my legs a lot with like guard retention, and I'm very much a guard player because of my length. I feel like if I was like shorter and stockier and the same weight, I'd probably be maybe more of a top player. I don't know.
No, it's interesting. Because I feel like it's like jiu-jitsu is it's not necessarily for everybody. It can be, and it can be for everybody. too.
Yeah.
And that's what I think is fun because like I get all shapes and sizes and you kind of have to figure out how to adapt certain things. Like I get people in there and I'm just like, I'm sorry, like you're never going to get a triangle because your legs are like 2 feet tall. And like, but let's figure out something that will work for you.
Yeah.
And I feel like everything can be modified and like adjusted, and it's just like it can be for everybody if you want it to be, which is really fun. So you said you work. What do you do?
I'm a paralegal.
Okay. And I think I saw when I was creeping. Do you do like massage therapy?
I do that too.
Okay. Is that kind of just like a side?
It is my
gig?
side gig.
Okay.
Yeah.
How often are you doing that?
At this point, not that often.
Okay.
I'm doing like some home visits for pre-established clients, and I'll do like pop-ups here and there where I just like pick a date and set up and line up a few in a row, but not. I had an open schedule for like 3 years basically, and actually at the end of 2025, I got rid of my like room that I had a consistent location. So now we're just kind of
like floating
winging
around.
it.
Yeah.
It's taking a little bit more of a backseat.
Do you miss it, or you're like
No.
happy with how things are now?
I mean, I work all the time.
Yeah.
Already, like I'm still doing it. So yeah.
So
I
you're
don't know.
freaking busy.
Yeah.
You are really busy. You're all over the place.
I am really busy
like,
all the time. So
and I don't know how you do it. How many hours do you feel like are dedicated to jiu-jitsu a week for you?
like maybe 10. Are you talking about like on the mat?
Like
Probably 10. You know, like 4 to 5 days usually,
yeah.
and like 2 hours a session, something like that.
Yeah. Now, when you're home, do you like? I mean, my husband doesn't train, so like it's a different dynamic. Sometimes I want to go home and I just want to talk about jiu-jitsu, and he can't. How often are you and your husband just like talking about jiu-jitsu, or is it something that you try to leave like at the gym?
Oh no, we don't leave it.
Okay. Yeah. I don't think I would either.
I mean, we both compete and stuff, so I mean, we talk about like upcoming competitions and also like just every night. We don't always train together, so often it will be like, how was your training? How was your training? What did you teach? You know, stuff like that, and we kind of just as like a daily catch up kind of thing, our own experience.
Like, how was
at the
your
gym.
day?
Yeah,
I love that.
So
romance romance at its finest. So how often do you guys actually train together?
At this point, like 1 night a week.
Okay.
Actually, our schedule just changed. It used to be more. The other thing is, even when we're training together, quote unquote, I usually mean like in the same room, and maybe we'll roll, but not like us partnered up.
Right.
Doesn't make a lot of sense for either one of us. There
So
are better partners for him and better partners for me.
sometimes I think too, because I mean, you know, like with your partner, like they can do the same thing as somebody else, but it pisses you off when they do it.
Yes.
Because
100%.
they're the closest person to you. So you can be like, what the fuck? Like, why?
Like my lashes.
Yeah.
Like he's thrown me in an arm bar and his thighs like on my face. And I'm like, oh, lashes. And he's like, you wouldn't be saying this if it was someone else. I'm like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, but I can say it to you. Because we have a couple of married couples in our gym, and I just like, I get so jealous, but then I'm also like, I would probably fucking murder my husband. Like, if he did the same thing that this person just did to me, I would be like, fuck you, I'm sleepy, you're sleeping on the couch tonight.
Yeah. Well, it's also a different dynamic because like I'm such a fangirl of my own husband, as weird as that sounds.
I love that.
But like even before we got together, he was one of our best competitors at Bethlehem, and like since then he's proven he's one of the best in the world. And like it can be hard sometimes having that as like your measuring stick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I always feel like I fucking blow if I'm comparing myself to like, again, literally one of the best in the world. Like he's going to Poland in September, so kind of have to remind myself sometimes.
Right.
Not everyone has to be an absolute freak. Like he got his black belt in 5 years, so.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I might have to talk to him. Holy crap.
Yeah.
That's pretty he must have been like hardcore training, like hours
he had already
a day.
won the Eddie Bravo Invitational at that point as a brown belt and won like 20 grand, and that's what he used to start this school actually.
Oh, okay. So this is his school.
This is his school.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
That is so cool. I love it. And you said you guys were training for a couple years together before you. So what was that dynamic like? Because I feel like probably it's not always recommended for people people to like date their professors or gym
Yes.
owners?
At the time, he was only teaching like Thursday nights or whatever, so it's not like he was one of my main two coaches. And basically, as soon as we crossed the friendship boundary, first off, I was like, hold up, I'm driving all this way to this gym. Like, just to be clear, if this doesn't work out, like, I'm not going anywhere. So we better find a way to like put things aside, kind of. Like, we need to make a pact that this isn't gonna, you know, because obviously the gym meant a lot to me if I'm driving that far.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is, we told our coaches right away. Like, since he was teaching one night a week, he went straight to our two main coaches at the time, like Zach and JM, and he was kind of like, hey, just so you know, like, me and Laura, we're trying to date now, you know? And they, like, basically gave it their blessing. Like, I feel like it's not that bad of a thing if you're, like, above board about it. However, I guess my other disclaimer is, like, John always has this joke. He's like, you get one. He's like, don't be that person that's like
jumps around the gym.
Yeah, that's like serial dating everyone that you train with. And like, obviously I was his one and we're married. That's how it worked out.
That worked out really well.
Yeah. But yeah, it was just kind of like, I don't know. We took it seriously from the beginning, I guess.
Yeah.
You know.
Now, can you imagine like dating or being with somebody that doesn't train?
No.
Okay, because like, I mean, I was with my husband. We weren't married yet, but I was with him for like 4 or 5 years before I started training. So our relationship dynamic has definitely changed a lot since I started. And I mean, I've changed a lot since I started. Just like confidence level and just like, I don't know. I feel like you just change a lot when you get into the sport, and I feel like it did kind of put a strain on my relationship a little bit for a while, just because kind of my priorities shifted and like my time spent places shifted. So it can definitely be difficult. So what advice do you have for people like me who might be in a relationship with somebody that's outside of the community?
Talk them into training. I don't have any, actually. I'm going to be honest. I can't really, because I'm in like that lifestyle where I'm obsessed, I can't really imagine not having someone that wasn't also obsessed, because I feel like we have such a weird lifestyle.
It is. Yeah. Like, I joke and say it's a cult, but it is kind of one of the good kinds. I don't want to take up too much more of your time, but I feel like I could talk to you all day. And I really, really appreciate it. But is there anything upcoming, like at the gym or anything that you want to plug or shout out? Or obviously you have East Coast Camp, and that's in October.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, I'll plug 2 things.
Okay.
Because I'm teaching at 2 different women's camps coming up that I'm not organizing, which I'm super excited about.
Is Bodied one of the ones?
Bodied is one. And actually, I thought of it earlier when you were talking about like different body types and how it could be for anyone.
We talked to Jody on the pod.
Yeah, awesome. Jody is great. Yeah, Jody's the organizer. I'll be the Nogi camp instructor. That's June 27th.
Okay.
And that's in Hyattsville, Maryland. You could still get tickets. And then the other one at the beginning of June, from the 5th to the 7th, is the 4th Femvasion, which is basically like a camp that we do for 10th Planet. It's for anyone, but all of the instructors are 10th Planet women black belts. Okay. So now that I have my black belt, this is my first Femvasion as a black belt, and I get to instruct. I'm super excited about that. We've also got Lauren Sears, Maddie Wade, and Liz Carmouche. It's all Nogi because we're all 10th Planet.
Right.
Yeah, and it's a 3-day thing, and that's going to be in Boca Raton, Florida. Also, still tickets available. And actually, I think the price is going up in May.
So sign up now.
Yeah, so before the end of April, get in while you can.
Yeah. So you get to travel all over for this, which is super fun. What's your favorite place that you've gotten to travel to?
I'm so boring because honestly, I pick it for the most practical reasons. Like, I like going to Florida because it's only a 2-hour flight. I don't have to change time zones.
Yep, I understand.
It's beautiful weather still. Like, I can't complain. Every time we go to like Miami, Orlando, there's cool stuff down there to do. We went to Disney after East Coast Trials after John won. You know, stuff like that. I'm
like
a Florida
Super
girl.
Bowl, you're going to the Disney World after you win.
Yeah.
You know?
So like, I really would just go to the same places over and over again just for like convenience sake. I don't like schedule changes.
That's fair. That's fair. brutal. Like the time difference
Yeah.
sucks.
I'm becoming an old lady, and like even just the time difference coming back from West Coast trials, like I've been jet lagged all week.
It's terrible. Like that is the worst part. Like I died yesterday.
Yeah.
I did a red eye in. So I got here and then I came and I was like, I tried so hard to check into my hotel early. I went at like noon and I was like, please tell me you have a bed. And they were like, no. So I'm just like killing time, trying to just, I needed sleep. I died. It was a good thing I set an alarm for class yesterday because I would have probably just slept through it last night.
Yeah.
And then the East Coast camp is October, right?
Yes, I don't.
And that's
have a
the one that
final
you
date.
organize?
Yeah, that's the one I organize.
Okay.
Haven't announced anything, but I do have 4 instructors picked out.
Okay.
They're all really good, and yeah, I haven't finalized the date either because I'm waiting for IBJJF to announce no-gi Euros so I can make sure that doesn't conflict.
Right.
But tentatively looking at October 24th and 25th, I think it is, that weekend.
I'm officiating a wedding that weekend.
Oh.
Because I was like,
of course.
Because I said as soon as I know the dates, like I would.
Yeah. Well, maybe it'll be the 17th, 18th. It depends where Euros ends up.
We'll see. Yeah. Because the wedding is in South Carolina, so I will be on the East Coast in October. So I'm like, can I make a trip out of this? So
let's see what's up.
That's what's fun about, I mean, especially like in your case, when this is such a big part of your life and your husband's life, you can kind of plan travel around jiu-jitsu, which is super fun. You guys are going to Poland, you said?
Yeah.
Have you been there before?
Nope.
That is so cool. What's the furthest that you've traveled for jiu-jitsu?
We went to, where was it even in England? Liverpool?
Okay.
Honestly, he's gone to multiple different places. I have PTO still that it like limits me because I have a regular job.
Right.
So he gets to travel more. He's been to Brazil. He's been to like Wales and other different places like that. But I've only gone to Liverpool with him, basically jiu-jitsu related.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is so cool. All right. We like to end. Jen's not here. I like to end. Me and my ghost friend here. I like to end with rapid fire.
Okay.
I'm not going to ask you the first question I always ask everybody because it's gi or no gi, and you're a 10th planet girl, so no gi. What is your favorite submission?
I'm an armbar girl.
Armbar girl.
That's what happened. Yeah.
What is your least favorite submission to be caught in?
Wrist lock.
Oh my god!
Don't wrist lock me, please. I have weak wrists. I'm a massage therapist.
That's right. Like you need your hands.
Leave me alone with the wrist.
That is the worst thing too, because I like work with my hands, and I'm like, I have a real job. I can't be injured here.
Fast answer for that one.
Yeah. What is your go-to post-comp meal?
A foot-long Subway sandwich with turkey.
I love it. I love it.
I'm so cheap.
Dude, it works though. You know, this is gonna like sound. Remember when footlong subs were $5?
Oh my god, I know. Don't get me started.
What are they, like
$15 at Subway now.
Christ, crazy. That is so much. All right, what is your favorite thing about teaching? That's not really a good rapid fire, but whatever.
Watching people actually get it. Mm-hmm. You know, the details that click where it actually changes something for them.
Yeah. Now, you mentioned that you're a guard puller. What is your favorite guard to play?
I'm a full guard girly. Full guard overhook all day.
Yeah.
I like pyramid triangle stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's so fun. I love it. Morning person or night owl?
I guess night, but really neither.
So sleep all day kind of go.
I mean, I don't want to wake up before 8 a.m. and I don't want to go to sleep much past 11.
Yeah, I'm like that too. I'm like, how do you be both?
Those are my do not disturb hours.
Yeah, that's fair. That is so fair. If you had a super fight tomorrow, well, I guess you have one next weekend, what would your walkout song be?
Oh, God. I have no idea.
No idea. All right, you think on that and let me know. Let me know later. Okay. All right. Last couple questions. If your best friend had to describe you in 3 words, what would those 3 words be?
Stubborn, loyal, honest.
I love, those are great, all great things to be described as. And then where can people find you, like online and all that
Yeah,
fun stuff?
Instagram. I spend too much time on Instagram at Lauras 10p, and then links in my bio to things like the Girl Goons page and my camp page, even my massage page.
Nice.
Yeah, Lauras 10p, and then you'll find the rest.
Okay, and then if people want to train with you, 10th Planet Allentown is your main spot that you train, but you bounce around.
10th Planet Allentown, 10th Planet Bethlehem, some nights, yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time. I really, really appreciate it. And I hope, I would love to do this again after your upcoming competitions where Jen can talk to you too, because I know she would love to be here. So, but I really, really appreciate you, and your class was great, and I really enjoyed it, and I love your spot. And so, all right. Well, cheers. That was Chokeholds and Chill. Thank you so much.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Check us out on Instagram at chokeholdsandchillpod, or shoot us a message at chokeholdsandchillpod@gmail.com.